Tomorrow we've got Farmin' Fun Time kind of closing out our fund drive. It's a special, it's going to be an amazing show. It's sold out, but you can, of course, tune in on our Facebook page to see it. Jim Lauderdale will be here. Miss Tess will be here. And we've got DJs coming throughout all afternoon tomorrow to help promote all the good stuff that we do here at Radio Bristol. So we're just doing a short 2-day fun drive. It's been a couple years since we've done one, and things are going pretty well already. We're excited about it. It's going good. There he is.
One minute.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. So this is going to be going on for the next 2 hours. Feel free if you do need to get up and stretch your legs or go out and use the phone or whatever you might need to do. Feel free to get up and move as you want. This is a live broadcast though, so if you could silence your phones, we'd appreciate that. And also, there's a live video feed going out of this whole program this afternoon. So if you feel like, if you were thinking about maybe going live on your phone, it would help us if you shared our live video that's already up on WBCM Radio Bristol. That'll help get the word out about what we're doing here. And it actually
15 seconds.
Is really effective if you guys share our video. So we would appreciate that. Was Nathan just on
5,
there?
4.
Yo. WBCM LP Bristol, live from the birthplace of Country Music Museum. Thanks for tuning in to Radio Bristol. I'm so used to saying on the sunny side, I almost did it again, but it's the afternoon. And folks, we're here for the Radio Bristol DJ Showcase. We've got folks here in the crowd hanging out. Say hey, everybody. Yeah. If you're tuning in and you live in Bristol or the Tri-Cities, come and join us. We're going to have a big time this afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m., kind of celebrating Radio Bristol as a platform for folks who, if you're listening, you probably know, we offer really, really distinct, unique programming here at Radio Bristol. At the core of our mission is really trying to represent a lot of the artists in our region, local and regional, and offering a platform for underrepresented artists, because there's so many amazing musicians in East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, Western North Carolina that don't get enough love nationally, honestly. And so that's one of the reasons why we're here, is to try to promote those artists, as well as trying to preserve a lot of the great traditions that come from this region, the musical traditions that come from this region. So we have a variety of distinct programming that we do here at Radio Bristol. We've got about 27 unique shows to Radio Bristol, and that has happened in just about the last 3 years. It's pretty amazing. We've been on the air now for just about 5 years, and for the first year we were doing more playlist style stuff as we were building things out, and the programming has just exploded and blossomed over the past few years. And that programming is largely in part put on by volunteers. So we would not be here at Radio Bristol without the help of our wonderful volunteers. And our volunteers are just an amazing, eclectic grouping of passionate people who are passionate about local music, who are passionate about regional music, and it's folks from all over the map. We have a lot of people here in Bristol who do shows. We also have people over in Mount Airy who do programs. We've got an amazing record collector up in Maryland who sends in a program. Shows from all over the United States, and they're people who believe in the mission of Radio Bristol and what we do here at the birthplace of country music. So We're here for the next 2 hours, and this is all for a fun drive. We have not done a fun drive in a couple years at Radio Bristol, so this is a big deal for us. Today was the first of our 2-day on-air fun drive. Things are already going pretty good. We've had quite a few donors who've reached out in the morning and this afternoon. We have a membership a package that we're really pushing people to donate towards. It's a sustainer membership, about $20 a month, and you can become a Radio Bristol record breaker. And what that means, when you're a Radio Bristol record breaker, you're part of the Radio Bristol community. We will send you a Farm and Fun Time package with a sticker, with a t-shirt, with an old CD of the Sauceman Brothers, who were on the original WCYB Farm and Fun Time. For folks who don't know, we've brought back Farm and Fun Time, and we had a really big press conference this morning about some pretty amazing news that is becoming a TV show on PBS, Blue Ridge PBS to be exact. Yeah. So that's moving to Blue Ridge PBS means a lot, not only for Farm and Fun Time, but for the birthplace of country music, for Bristol as a whole. The Blue Ridge PBS serves over 4 million people. So that means we're going to be bringing the stories of Bristol to those 4 million people. And that's just the start of the program. They are also reaching out to their sister stations as well. So that footprint and the awareness for what we're doing here at Radio Bristol is going to just flourish, and it's going to grow at a rapid speed. We're really, really excited about that. So back to the Farm and Fun Time record breaker. If you become a record breaker, sustaining member, to do that, visit listenradiobristol.org, and it's just a couple clicks of the button, and you will be there, and we will send you all those goodies I was talking about. All right, I'm feeling winded. I think it's time to get into some music. What do y'all say? All right. So we've got DJs. Our DJs for Radio Bristol are multi-talented. Many of them play music, and we are featuring a lot of the DJs who do perform on a regular basis, who are going to be joining us throughout the afternoon till about 4 o'clock today. And right now we're going to kick off with our good friends from the Honky Tonk Hit Parade. We have Boppin' Bailey and Jukebox Jess here, so please give them a big round of applause.
Ain't the word for the way that I feel, and the storm's brewing in this heart of mine. This ain't no crazy dream, I know that it's real. You're someone else's love now, you're not mine. Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new, for my yearning heart keeps saying you're not mine. My troubled mind knows soon to another you'll be wed, and that's why I'm lonely all the time. So please, take the treasured dreams I had for you and me, and take all this love I thought was mine. Someday my crazy arms may hold somebody new, but now I'm just lonely all the time. Crazy arms that reach to hold some yearning heart keeps saying you're not mine. My troubled mind knows soon to another you'll be wed, and that's why I'm lonely all the time. And that's why I'm lonely all the time. Thank you, friends and neighbors. Well, it's good to be here in the birthplace of country music. My name is Bailey George, and that's Jukebox Jess, and we're glad to play with you here for a few minutes.
We love Radio Bristol, and some of you may know Bailey does a show here. This is Bop and Bailey George, host of Honky Tonk Hit Parade.
Well, thank you, friends.
It's an original show right here, produced at Radio Bristol.
Yes, indeed, and I've been doing that for a good while now. But I'm glad that we can finally come on the air and play some music for you. This tune here, I learned from a bald-headed uncle of mine. He was so bald-headed he had to use a chalk line to figure out how far to wash his face. But he learned me this one. This one goes, down the road here from me, there's an old holler tree where you lay down $1 or two. Well, you go round the bend, and when you come back, and then there's a jug full of good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Now play. Everybody hear me all right? Hey, hey, hey. Well, no, my Uncle Billy's got a still on the hill where he runs off a gallon or two. And the buzzards in the sky get so drunk they can't fly from smelling that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Well, my old Aunt Jean bought some brand new perfume. Well, it had such a sweet smelling perfume. But to her surprise, when she had it analyzed, it was nothing but the good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Roosevelt told him just how he felt when he heard that the dry law was through. If your liquor's too red, it'll swell up your head, so stick to that good old Mountain Dew. Oh, they call it that old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Much obliged. Hey, 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 hey.
It's good to be here on Radio Bristol, and women are a huge part in country music, and they really always have been. Some folks are saying that that's not the case, but they've always been a really important part. And this song, Katie Wells had a very big hit with. Perhaps some of you have heard it before, and you may not have heard it with banjo, but it's not illegal in either of these counties on either the Virginia or Tennessee side. Sullivan County, it's, I think, legal banjo. Time for one more. All right. Bailey's going to be doing a show today from 4 to 5 during the fund drive, so tune in for that, and it's a great time to make your pledge as a way of voting for the show. All the programs here on Radio Bristol are great, and I'm a big fan of Honky Tonk Hit Parade. I was listening when I lived in Nashville, and now I live in Bristol. shame that all the blame is on us women. It's not true that only you men feel the pain. Right from the start, most every heart that's ever broken was because there always was a man to blame. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels. Like you said in the words of your song, too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. That has caused many a good girl to go
Bob and Bailey George and Jukebox Jess, thank you guys so much for coming. How about a big hand? Honky Tonk Hit Parade. Do you all like that show? Yeah. Bailey, come here for a second. Tell folks when they can tune in to the Honky Tonk Hit Parade.
Well, you can tune in to Honky Tonk Hit Parade every Wednesday from 3 to 5 in the afternoon.
What's your favorite thing about being on Radio Bristol?
Getting to play the music that I get to choose, which is not always a privilege that you get on a lot of other stations.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Bailey George, everybody. All right, we're going to keep on rolling. We got to kind of do this rapid fire because we have so many great musicians who are going to be coming and joining us throughout this afternoon. First things first, I want to introduce Josh Littleton back there in the back corner. Everybody say hey to Josh. Josh is always behind the scenes helping out with Radio Bristol. He's our engineer, and he does so much here at the station. Josh, hey, I wanted to touch base with you about donations. What are we shooting for this next couple hours?
So we got an exciting news. We got a $1,000 donation, but there's a catch. There's a catch. It's a match donation. So we have $1,000 to match within this 2-hour period before 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So if you're listening online or on the radio station, you can visit the website. Or if you're in the audience today, we've got a table set up outside where you can take your donations there.
So $1,000 match, I'm not good with math. How many Radio Bristol record breakers would that be?
That would be a little bit more than 4. So
okay, so we need 4 1/4
before 4 o'clock.
Radio Bristol record breakers. Again, that is our sustaining membership. You become a sustaining member. $20 a month. It's less than 70 cents a day, 66 cents a day to be exact. So if you are listening, really, that kind of commitment, it's not much. And look at all the wonderful programming that you're getting out of it. So we appreciate you for listening, and we appreciate your support in donating to keep the station going. All right, we're going to keep on rolling here from Jukebox Jess and Bop and Bailey George to a wonderful banjo player, actually a multi-instrumentalist. He plays a whole bunch of stuff. He's got a show here on Radio Bristol called Old Kentucky Bound that features all Kentucky music. Rich Kirby has really been a stalwart in the Central Appalachian music community for decades. And when I first started putting the station together, I reached out to Rich with the goal of hoping that he would come on board to be a part of the team here at Radio Bristol. And he did without hesitation. He's been an amazing addition to our team here at Radio Bristol. So please, everybody, make welcome Mr. Rich Kirby.
Thank you, and thanks for coming out this afternoon, and thanks to all of you listening for supporting Radio Bristol. My show is all Kentucky music, because that's where my background is. The earliest music I remember in the world came from my grandmother, who was from Eastern Kentucky. And I want to do a couple of her songs for you now. Her name was Addie Graham. When she was a young girl, a bunch of people showed up to build a railroad past her house in Breathitt County, Kentucky. It was the first coal hauling railroad in Kentucky, and the people who built it they had brought in to build it were African Americans from the Deep South. They were playing an instrument that she had never seen before. It was a guitar. They were late coming into the mountains, and they were singing some of the first blues that she'd ever heard. And she remembered a lot of their songs and taught stuff to me about 60 years later. So this is one of them. Darn, don't you know that's wrong? Darn, don't you know that's wrong? Love another man and you don't love me. Darn, don't you know that's wrong? Darn, sidetrack that man. Darn, sidetrack that man. Sidetrack that man. Come and go with me, you know I'll treat you right. Can't get along with you. Can't get along with you. Work for my money, bring it all to you. What else can a poor boy do? Can't get a letter from home. Can't get a letter from home. Train's down the track, she ain't coming back. Can't get a letter from home. Now who's gonna shoe your feet? Who's gonna glove your hand? Who's gonna kiss your rosy lips while I'm in a foreign land? Papa will shoe my feet. Mama will glove my hand. Baby will kiss my rosy lips while you're in a foreign land. Can't get a letter from home. Can't get a letter from home. Train's gone before, she'll never run no more. Can't get a letter from home. Darling, don't you know that's wrong? Darling, don't you know that's wrong? Love another man and you don't love me. Darling, don't you know that's wrong? Love another man and you don't love me. Darling, don't you know that's wrong? Thank you. Well, it's not all sweetness and light in eastern Kentucky. We do have the occasional murder, which keeps the ballad singers in business. And this is my grandmother's version of the bloodthirsty old Kentucky ballad, Wild Bill Jones. and talking with my little lonely gal, and I bade him leave her alone. Some say that love is a pleasure, Lord. No pleasure do I see for the one that I love as dear as my life has now gone back on me. I got mixed up in an awful fight, and I fell into the county jail. Saddest words that ever I heard was when she wouldn't go my bail. I wrote my love a letter asking her to pay my fine. She wrote me back in a week or so saying, darling, do come home sometime. Now it's $1 in my pocketbook and a 40 gun in my hand. I'm gonna go get that gal that I love, or I'm gonna go get her man. Some say my age is 21, too old for to be controlled. I took my revolver from my side and destroyed that poor boy's soul. Well, he strangled and he struggled all over the ground, and he gave one dying moan. Rolled his arms up around her neck, saying, darling, you are left all alone. Some say that love is a pleasure, Lord. No pleasure do I see, for today was the last of that Wild Bill Jones, and tomorrow'll be the last of me. Said, pass around that long neck bottle, we'll all get out on the spree, for today was the last of that Wild Bill Jones, tomorrow'll be the last of me. Thank you. One more here, and this is it's a Carter family song. I don't know if the original Carter family ever recorded it, but I know that Joe and Jeanette used to sing it. It's a Carter family children's song, and it's got a kind of a special resonance considering some of the news that we hear coming from the southern border these days. It's called The Sweet Story of Old. How I love to hear the sweet story of old, when Jesus was here among men. How he called little children like lambs to his fold. I should like to have been with him then. I should like to have been with him then. I should like to have been with him then. I called little children like lambs to his fold. I should like to have been with him then. When he said, let the little ones come unto me. Let the little ones come unto me. Let the little ones come unto me. And that I might hear his sweet voice when he said, let the little ones come unto me. Yet still to his his footstool in prayer I may go and seek for a share of his love. And if I now earnestly seek him below, I shall see him and hear him above. I shall see him and hear him above. I shall see him and hear him above. And if I now earnestly seek him below, I shall see him and hear him above. In the beautiful home he is gone to prepare for all who are loved and forgiven. And many dear children are gathering there, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. For of such is the kingdom of heaven. For of such is the kingdom of heaven. For many dear children are gathering there, for of such is the kingdom of heaven.
Rich Kirby, everybody. His show, Old Kentucky Bound. Thank you so much, Rich. Appreciate you being a part of Radio Bristol. Thanks for all that you do. Tell folks your favorite thing about Radio Bristol. You're on the spot.
Well, I just love being able to share Kentucky music with y'all because y'all need that.
Fair enough. Rich Kirby. Make sure to tune in to his great program. And folks, we are in the middle of our Radio Bristol DJ Showcase. These are not only fine musicians, but also incredible DJs throughout this afternoon. These are all DJs who have who really help keep Radio Bristol going. I want to check in with Josh up there. Josh is keeping track of our donations. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, we had a few donations here.
All right.
We're about a fourth of the way through. We're right at 2:30 now. We had 4 donations. Madney Madsen from Savannah, Georgia, gave a one-time donation of $20.
Oh, Mandy's my girlfriend, so that's
Yeah.
that's internal.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Mandy. Who else?
Ben Miller from Newmarket, Virginia, gave a one-time donation of $25. Becky Littleton from Bristol, Virginia, gave a one-time donation of $50.
Oh, right.
Another internal.
Yeah, another family member.
Yes. And we did get one Radio Bristol record breaker. Just came in thanks to Danielle Dye from Bristol, who's given $20 a month. Your $20 a month donation is $240 over a course of a year, and during this hour becomes $480.
That makes a huge difference. Again, we are doing match donations during this whole event for this afternoon. So when you do donate, it gets doubled. We have a goal of $1,000 here in the next, hour and a half?
Yeah, we're $335 towards that $1,000 goal, so we still got $665 to go.
All right, we're making headway. It's a good start. We appreciate everybody who has given so far, and this is the time to step up. If you listen to Radio Bristol on a regular basis, pay for what you listen for. And you know, the thing is, it comes down to about 66 cents a day to hear all the great programming, all the great perspectives, and there's nothing like it. You're not going to find a radio station like Radio Bristol in the entire world. And that's why people from all over the world listen. We have listeners in over 100 countries and really helping to put Bristol on the map. All right, we're going to keep on going. I should say, to be a donor, you have to visit listenradiobristol.org.
Or you can call. If you don't like the internet, you can call 1-833 I Love Bristol. That's love spelled L-U-V. So if you don't like the internet, you can call. If you're sitting in the live studio audience, you can give right out in the atrium out here at the table.
All right, we're going to get into our next act of the afternoon. We have with us Ella Patrick, who does the show Folk Yeah, which is an incredible kind of fringe folk radio show. I was really thrilled when she decided to become a part of the team. Ella, how long has it been? Come on out here. Ella Patrick, everybody.
A year and a half.
It's been about a year and a half. Time flies. Well, you've been in Bristol for about that. You kind of got the show right when you moved here, huh?
That is correct.
That is correct. Folks, not only does she do folk, but she is an incredible musician. She's been really touring heavily around the Southeast and is really making a lot of headway with her work. I know that she just recorded a new record that we have to look forward to in the coming months. Please make welcome Mama Molasses, everybody.
Spend half a life a living, half a life in vain. Ain't trying to get forgiven, just trying to stay sane. And the hours will surround me when I'm out there in the cold. I'm alright with moving on, dear. I'm alright with getting old. Take me to the country, take me to the town, take me just about any place, learn how to get it right. Take me to the city, put me out on the street, lumber around like a big old dog, I find something good to eat. Half of me is waiting, the other half is gone. You ain't trying to be a hero, babe, just trying to write a song. And the songs, they will surround me and show me who I am. It seems that I'm a stranger, honey, in a far and distant land. Take me to the country, take me to the town, take me just about any place, learn how to get it right. Take me to the city, put me out on the street. I wander around like a stubborn mule, but I'll find just what I need. Half of me is screaming, the other half is dead. Ain't trying to be a martyr, babe, just trying to get to bed. And the dreams, they will surround me and show me who I am. It seems that I'm a stranger, honey, in a far and distant land. Take me to the country, take me to the town, take me just about any place, learn how to get it right. Take me to the city, put me out on the street. I wander around tell y'all a teeny bit about my story. I won't take up too much time, but I sort of stumbled into Radio Bristol. I was bopping around a bunch, just playing shows in the Appalachian area, and realized that Bristol was the birthplace of country music, and thought it would be an interesting place to live. So I moved here and ran into Chris, and Chris had heard me play and asked me if I would be interested in a radio program. And at first I was a little nervous, but I started doing it, and it's been such an incredible gift to me. It's taught me so much about myself and about music, which I love. I'm mostly a songwriter, but I grew up in eastern North Carolina in an area that's called the Pines or the Sandhills. I don't know if y'all know of that region. But yeah, there's a lot of music there. I grew up across the street from an old Piedmont blues player, and my uncle played a lot of the old Scottish ballads and country music. So I sort of grew up in it, and then went to Warren Wilson College, which is over the mountain, and did their old time and bluegrass program. So, and I wasn't very serious about it. I never considered myself a songwriter or anything like that. I just couldn't really find a real job, so started playing music. But the program that I do is called Folk Yeah, and it airs on Wednesdays from 2 to 3 p.m., and it focuses on folk music. And as Chris said, we do play a lot of outsider musicians you might not have heard, and it's just really taught me the connections between folk music and country music and Appalachian music, and how they kind of coalesce together, and it's an amazing thing to uncover, and yeah, I'm very thankful. So this song I'm gonna play y'all is the first folk song I ever really learned to play, and the first folk song I learned to play completely wrong, which I feel like is the point of folk music, is to allow it to be its own folk process. And like I said, I'm from the Pines, North Carolina. Interestingly, since living up here, I learned that part of my family was from Welch, West Virginia. They were coal miners and came down on the railroad. But I always play this song, and you know it. It's called In the Pines. Night through. apologize. My guitar has not been staying tuned very well. All right, so this is a song I wrote fairly recently, and there we go. And a friend of mine told me the other day, they were like, that sounds old. Like, that sounds like it's directly, like, from whatever, the 1800s. And I was like, yeah, it does. And I think that this song I probably couldn't have written if I wasn't doing the radio program here, because I have gotten to listen actively to so much music that I generally wouldn't. And I think it's caused a lot of inspiration for my songwriting to get better, and for me to kind of reach to older places. I wouldn't say new places, but older places, and I really love that. This is called The Ballad of Fussing and Fighting. Thank you so much for having me here, and please donate to Radio Bristol, because it's a really awesome thing. Was in the month of April, when the ground was bitter cold. Now one flower had blossomed when I lost my happy home. The arms they used to hold me strangled like a vice. Though I love so truly, am vowed to be your wife. It started out so simple, it started out so nice. When we first courted, it seemed like paradise. The fussing and the fighting is an evil losing game. Yeah, I see him in my dreams still, though I don't speak his name. Who sang the songs you like? The one of pretty Polly, whose lover took her life. I'd bet you change your tune if you're on the wrong end of a gun. You're like many a poor maiden who are forced out on the run. Now up upon these mountains, forever I will roam. The cold to keep me company, 'cause I'm bound to die alone. My brain forever haunted though I know it is a sin.
Mama Molasses, everybody, aka Ella Patrick. Ella's got the great show, Folk Yeah, which you can check out Wednesdays. Ella, thank you so much. You're awesome. We are in the midst of Radio Bristol DJ Showcase, surrounding our farm and fun time, surrounding our fun drive. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I'm going to stop. Folks, the fund drive is right in the midst. We're in the middle of it right now. I know we did get some donors in the past few minutes. Josh, why don't you give some shout outs to some people?
Yeah, so we did get a Radio Bristol record breaker during Ella's set. Want to say thanks to Jim and Linda Renero from right here in Bristol, who gave a one-time donation of $250, and congratulations to them for joining the Radio Bristol Record Breakers sustaining membership. That gets us over halfway to our goal of $1,000 and a match. We're at $585 currently.
Not too shabby. We do have more time. We're trying to match $1,000. During this Radio Bristol DJ Showcase. So folks, if you're listening, which we know you are, make sure to visit listenradiobristol.org, hit the Donate Now button. There'll be a pop-up. It's a matter of about 2 minutes. That's all it takes to become a sustaining member here at Radio Bristol. Become a record breaker and get some Farm and Fun Time merch. We surely would appreciate it. All right, we're going to keep on rolling here. We've got another wonderful DJ with us. Mr. Marshall Ballou has been a DJ for over 30 years, coming on 30 years. We've had him. How long have you been here at Radio Bristol?
Oh, maybe a year and 2 or 3 months, something like that.
Yeah, well, we appreciate all the work that you've put in here. You've been an incredibly dedicated DJ. Marshall does one of the most eclectic shows, I think, that we have. You never know what he's going to play. You really dig from a whole wealth of different kinds of recordings and different genres. So it's always exciting to tune into his show, Off the Beaten Track. And he is also a fantastic musician who plays countless instruments, collect instruments, and play all of them. So he's going to play a few for us this afternoon. Everybody, please give a big welcome to Marshall Ballou.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm happy to be here. I was trying to think of a song about spring, since spring's on everybody's minds here because it's arriving 6 weeks early, it seems like. The Bradford pears are already blooming and everything, so I went to the Tom Waits songbook for this one here. Fell asleep down by the stream, then I had the strangest dream. By the end of spring they rose, and briar and the rose. There's a tree in the forest, I don't know where. There's a nest of your hair rising up into the air, and briar and the rose. I don't know how long it has been. I was raised in Brandon's Glen. By the end of spring they rose, and briar and the rose. And I picked a rose one early morning, place a world will know. Tears will fall to make love grow. Bright and
Thank you.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you folks, but I just hate award shows. I mean, I can't stand them. But there's a notable exception. It was about, I guess, 13 years ago now, when Oh Brother Where Art Thou swept the Grammys. I know a lot of you folks that remember that night when they were, the presenters were saying, well, if you were on the record, come on up. And about 75 people started coming up on stage, and they were looking like either security, so. And yeah, they did, the Soggy Bottom Boys did Man of Constant Sorrow, and Gillian and those folks sang the Hush Little Baby song. But then Ralph Stanley came out, and it was just a single black spotlight down at a jet black, totally dark stage. And he comes out and sings this song, and it sounds like, his voice sounded like somebody pulling 20-penny nails out of a 100-year-old oak board. And I was sitting there thinking, this has got to be just scaring the pants off a lot of people here, because they've never heard anything quite as close to the bone as this song here. And it was originally recorded just a little bit north of here by a fellow named Doc Boggs out of Norton, Virginia. This is my good friend David Lindley's arrangement of it. I can open the gates to heaven or hell. Cast aside the flesh of thee, cast it aside, set you free. Oh, death, whoa, death, won't you spare me over to the oh, death, whoa, whoa. Spare me over to the I lock your jaw so you can't talk, stiffen your legs so that you can't walk. Close your eyes, now you cannot see all the chills you're feeling. They're coming from me. Oh, yeah, won't you spare me over to the oh, death, whoa, whoa, death, won't you spare me over to the Mama, come to my bed, place a cold towel on my head. My eyes are open, can I see? I can feel the sheet pulling over me. Oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another year? Oh, death, whoa, whoa. Spare me over to the my wealth to you I will command, and I will stay thy wise in hand. To do so would be twice the shame, for the earth and the worm both have a claim. Oh, death, whoa, death, won't you spare me over to oh, death, whoa, whoa, death, won't you spare me over to Thank you. Thanks a lot. Of course, we talk about Eastern Tennessee and southwestern Virginia here, but this is a song by a fella who lived out in Western Tennessee. And when Sleepy John Estes first recorded this song, it was called "The Girl I Love, She Got Long Curly Hair." That was back in 1930. And then he recorded a bunch of stuff and, vanished into obscurity. And in the 60s, Ry Cooder found him and kind of brought him back out of dire poverty and obscurity over in Brownsville, Tennessee, and had him record some more and gave him a second career with the folk revival. And this is one of his here. This is a thing called, he called it "Girl I Love, She Got Long Curly Hair" when Ry recorded it. And when John Cephas played it for me on this very instrument here, he called it "Going to Brownsville" too, so you can choose your own. Thank y'all very much.
Marshall Ballou, everybody.
And don't forget to go to listenradiobristol.org and let's make that challenge.
Let's make that challenge. Let's make that challenge. Of course, you can
blow
check
it out
out
of water.
Marshall on Off the Beaten Track on Tuesday afternoons. Man, thank you for all that you do for Radio Bristol. We truly appreciate it. And make sure to check out Marshall's show. As I mentioned, he just plays some really amazing stuff and beautiful music this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Marshall. Josh, let's check in, see where we're at. I heard we had some generous donors over the last about 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, we did. Actually, we got our third Radio Bristol record breaker of the since 2 o'clock. And that takes us to $825. I want to say thank you to Helen Powers from Charleston, South Carolina, who just donated $20 a month. And some more exciting news, we just got another friend of Radio Bristol who has extended our match dollars from $1,000 to $1,500. And what that means is we have the opportunity to raise $3,000 or more during this,
In this
2-hour
block.
Right.
That's incredible. All right. Well, give all our donors a big hand, everybody. We can't do it without y'all's support, so we truly, truly appreciate it. ListenRadioBristol.org to become a sustaining member for Radio Bristol. It takes 66 cents a day to become a sustaining member. $20 a month, $240 a year. I can do math fast. So go to listenradiobristol.org to check that out, and we really, really can't do it without your support. This is a very small team at Radio Bristol. We do a whole bunch of stuff. It's 2 full-time people, 2 part-time people, and then all volunteers. That's our staff. That's it. You're looking at it. 4 people, plus amazing volunteers. And that's with three different channels that we program, all of the different social network that we have out there. We have an app. We have an archive with about 30 unique programs to Radio Bristol, and now we have a TV show. So this is all happening with those people mentioned. It is really remarkable. And, everybody's here for the same cause. It's to celebrate the music of Bristol, to celebrate the music of the region, and to bring awareness to all the great things that we have here in our region. So we can't do it without you. ListenRadioBristol.org. What's that phone number, Josh? It's 1-833.
1833. I love Bristol. That's love spelled LUV. And volunteers standing by.
All right, we're going to keep on rolling. We don't want to get behind, so we got to really stay on top of it this afternoon because we have so many amazing DJs who are here to help out with the cause for supporting Radio Bristol. And we have Tony Doman here and her group Virginia West. Tony, of course, is the DJ for Mountain Song and Story, a fantastic storytelling program. It's about a year old or so.
About a year and a half already, yeah.
It goes by quick.
61 episodes.
Are you serious? 61 episodes. Okay. Time flies when we're working so hard. The show is an amazing show. Make sure to check it out. I want to also bring to all the folks' attention who are tuning in, Summer Apostle is also a part of that program, and she has a very interesting, unique job on Mountain Song and Story. She does all the sound effects for the storytelling program. So, hey, Summer.
Hey, everybody.
I was hoping that you could help introduce Virginia West with a few of your signature sound effects.
I'll do my signature bird sound first. Great stuff. I do that one all the time. That's my favorite. We also use kazoos all the time, so here's a little kazoo action for you.
That could be a ghost or something?
It could be a ghost. It could be just whatever you want it to be. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I can do whatever.
All right, Summer Apostle. Everybody, please give a big round of applause to Virginia West. They're going to play us a few songs. Appreciate it.
Good evening.
Yeah.
1, 2.
coming down the aisle? Is it Candy? Who's that coming down the aisle? Is it Candy? Who's that coming down the aisle? Is it Candy? Who's that coming down the aisle? Is it Candy? Now what makes everybody smile? Is it Candy? What makes everybody smile? Is it Candy?
Oh, I think it might be.
What makes everybody smile? Is it Candy? What makes everybody smile? Is it Candy?
Tell me about it, KT. Yeah.
Mama's got something in her hand. Is it candy?
Oh, is it?
Mama's got something in her hand. Is it candy?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Mama's got something in her hand. Is it candy? Mama's got something in her hand. Is it candy? Something sticky on the floor. Is it candy?
Better not step on it now.
Nope. Something sticky on the floor. Is it candy? Something sticky on the floor. Is it candy? Something sticky on the floor. Is it candy? Now who's that thumping on the bass? Is it candy? Who's that thumping on the bass? Is it candy? Who's that thumping on the bass? Is it candy? Who's that thumping on the bass? Is it candy? Oh, is this song ever gonna end? Is it candy?
I hope so. We got a lot of people here today.
Is this song ever gonna end? Is it candy? Is this song ever gonna end? Is it candy? Is this song ever gonna end? Is it candy? Now who's that coming down the aisle? Is it candy?
Here she comes.
Who's that coming down the aisle? Is it candy? Who's that coming down the aisle? Is it candy? Who's that coming down the aisle? Is it candy?
All right. Give it up for KT Van Dyke over here on the guitar.
Thank you, thank you.
Best guitar player with a hat on the stage right now, I could add, yeah. Best and only. So my name's Tony Doman, and I work here at the Birthplace Country Music Museum, and of course Radio Bristol, and we're in the middle of our amazing fun drive. And give it up for just everyone who's put that together. Chris, Josh, the whole Radio Bristol team. It is a fantastic thing. I'm so excited to be a part of Radio Bristol. I have a show once a week called Mountain Song and Story, and I interview a lot of different artisans and people of the region and really just promote the interesting folklore and culture of the region. And it's fantastic. Tune in. Tomorrow I've got a great interview with Pat Jarrett, who's the photographer of the Virginia Folklife Humanities special exhibit that's going right now. So tune in. It's great. I always do songs and stories all about an interesting topic. And of course, Summer. Summer helps me out each and every week. Give him another taste of that kazoo, because you do so awesome with it. All right, so tune in to hear those weird sounds and more every Thursday at 4. We're going to do an old Patsy Cline number for you, because we're not fooling around with it. No, we're not. 2, 3, 4.
I know that many a nights I'd wish that I'd been a fool into. I know it's useless talking all this misery, but when it's you, a fool I'll always be. I know that you've been fooling around on me right from the start. So I'll give back my ring and I'll take back my heart. And when you're tired of fooling around,
2 or 3,
whoa, just
come on home and fool around with me.
I'll play a KT. Ah, honey, fool around, you know, right where I'm at. Don't worry if I'm lonesome, 'cause I'm used to that. And when you're tired of fooling around,
2 or 3,
whoa, just
come on home and fool around with me.
I know that you've been fooling around on me right from the start.
You've been fooling,
So I'll give back my ring and I'll take back my heart.
you've been fooling.
And when you're tired of fooling around,
2 or 3,
whoa, just come on home and
fool around with me. Go on and fool around, Tommy.
So honey, fool around, you know, right where I'm at. And don't worry if I'm lonesome, 'cause I'm used to that.
Oh, I'm used to that.
And when you're tired of fooling around,
2 or 3,
whoa, just come on home and fool around with me. Oh, please come on home. I'll be waiting for you, only you. Yeah, thanks so much. All right. We got one more for you, and then we're going to make room for some more of the Radio Bristol DJs. I'm going to tune up a little bit here, I reckon. Just going to borrow that. We just did a recording session with Big Tone Records, which is another fantastic place in Bristol, helping a lot of local musicians. And this is one of the ones we did off of that little session, you would call it. It's not turned on, is it?
Nope. There you go. So again, thanks to Chris and Josh and the rest of the crew here at Radio Bristol and the Birthplace Museum for having us and putting this great thing on. It's always a pleasure to come get play a tune or two in this fantastic little room.
Sometimes they eat my lunch in here. All right, we got a little tune for you. Right? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my gosh.
Busted.
I got caught. I read it on myself. Well, we always play the Radio Bristol sessions, so it's like dinner and a show.
So this is a little original tune that Tony wrote. It's a song called Second Best.
Well, I close my eyes, but I can't sleep. Why? Could have been runs through my dreams. Restless night, restless mind, lost time. Blue day, bright blue eyes staring back at me, but only in my dreams. And I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you all alone.
Second best, it ain't no fun when there's no bright sun here at home, on the road alone.
Well, I wish I could go back in time, steal your heart so you were mine. Everyone knows that silver's not gold. Ah, clearly I'm the better choice, so I hear my hopeless voice keep rolling on the road alone. And I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you all alone. Second best, it ain't no fun when there's no bright sun here at home, on the road alone.
And I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you.
I'll wait for you all alone. Second best, it ain't no fun when there's no bright sun here at home, on the road alone, on the road alone, on the road alone.
Thank y'all so much.
KT Van Dyke and Tony Doman, Virginia West. Wonderful music, guys. Thanks for coming and showing your support to Radio Bristol. You can check out Tony on Mountain Song and Story. Fantastic storytelling program. Make sure to check that out. All right. We are in the midst of our Radio Bristol DJ Showcase. Showcasing all the talent, the array of talent that we have here at Radio Bristol. So many great musicians. Come on out, Moose. So many great musicians, and they're all here in support of Radio Bristol for our fun drive. I think we've gotten a few more donations in the meantime. I want to check in with Josh Littleton up there. Hey, Josh.
Yeah, we did get, we got one more record breaker. So I want to say thank you to Debbie Hawley from Meadowview, Virginia, who gave $20 a month in honor of Tall Bob, which if Tall Bob was here, he would be right here enjoying this music today. So thanks to Debbie for that donation. That takes us up to $1,065 of our $1,500 match goal for this program. And $20 a month equals $240 for the year, which actually turns into $480. So $20 a month turns into almost $500 here for Radio Bristol.
It's pretty amazing. Thank you, Deb, and thank you for all the great donors for helping out. Tall Bob was one of our biggest supporters from the beginning. Before the station even started, I remember his enthusiasm toward the show, toward the idea of a radio station even being a reality. And then flash forward about a year later, after talking about it with him, with all of our Radio Bristol sessions, he was at every single one. So he means a great deal to Radio Bristol community and birthplace of country music. All right, we're gonna keep on rolling while we have time. We've got a bunch more artists coming your way. Coming up soon is J.P. Parsons, and we've got the boys coming in just a few as well. Me and Nathan are gonna play a few tunes, and right now we've got two fellas who have really amazing programs on Radio Bristol. These guys, their shows are kind of on the like outliers for normal Radio Bristol programming.
Left
but
of the dial.
Left of dial. But it really fits into the whole idea of what we want to do at Radio Bristol. It's the idea of connecting all different kinds of music to the roots of this region. And both Scotty Almany and Moose Trainwreck Roberts do an amazing job at doing that. Moose's show is called Transmissions under the wire. And of course, the wire, sorry. And Scotty Almany does a garage rock show called Scotty's Tune-Up. And these guys are going to play together today, which is going to be exciting. So please give a big welcome to Scotty and Moose.
Yeah. We're known as the Creepy Wheelers.
Yeah. We've played music together for several decades now, just not lately, so.
Yeah, it's songs by Johnny Thunders.
Here we go.
All right.
Doesn't pay to try. All the smart boys know why. Doesn't mean I didn't try, but I never know why. Feel so cold and all alone. But you're not at home. But even when I'm home, big deal, I'm still alone. Feel so restless I am. Beat my head against the pole. Trying to knock some sense down into my bones. And even if they don't show, my scars aren't so old. But when they go, they let you know that you can't put your arms around a memory. Can't put your arms around a memory. You can't put your arms around a memory. So don't try. Don't try. You're just a bastard kid, and you got no name. You're just living with me. You're one and the same. And even though they don't show, my scars aren't so old. But when they go, they let you know that you can't put your arms around a memory. You can't put your arms around a memory. You can't put your arms around a memory. Don't try. Don't try. You can't put your arms around a memory. You can't put your arms around a memory. You can't put your arms around a memory. So don't try. Don't try.
Thank you. Godspeed, Johnny Thunders. All right, what we got next here? What we got to do for you fine people? They need that money. Send in the money. You got to get themselves a concession stand. Got to sell them hot dogs. Hot dogs, everybody.
Chris will be all for that. I can promise you. This next one's called It's Okay. It's okay. We've all seen better days. It's okay. You don't have to run and hide away. It's okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's okay. feeling like you lost your youth and the dreams you had were cold and dead. I can't reach you anymore. Gotta take a different man. I can't protect you like before. You slipped beyond my hands, but it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to run and hide away. It's okay. It's okay. We've lost some better days. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's okay. It's okay. We love you anyway. I wish that I could light the path that leads to a life with no mistakes. Save you from the damn be done that living out of safety seems to take. I remember still the child in you, like it was only yesterday. It was easy to break through. I only had to kiss the pain, but it's okay. It's okay. Thoughts seem brighter days. It's okay. It's okay. Have to run and hide away. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's okay. It's okay. I love you anyway. This is my chance, this is my life, and my opening hour. This is my choice, this is my voice. There may be no tomorrow. This is my plea, this is my need, my chance for standing free. This is my step, this is my death, in a world depending on me. But it's okay. It's okay. Thoughts and brighter days. It's okay. It's okay. Have to run and hide away. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's okay. It's okay. We love you anyway. It's okay. It's okay. We've all some brighter days. It's okay. You don't have to run and hide away. It's okay. Okay, okay, okay. It's okay. We love you anyway.
It is okay. All right, we got one more for you. It's by the Gun Club.
I'm just singing this one.
It's called Mother of Earth.
Down the river of sadness, I've gone down the river of pain. In the dark, under the wires, I hear you calling my name. I gave you the key to the highway, and the key to the motel drawer. And I'm tired of leaving and leaving. I ain't come back no more. Oh, my
Thank you all.
Scotty Albany, Moose Trainwreck Roberts joining us live here at the Radio Bristol DJ Showcase. Nice job, fellas. Thanks for coming through. We always appreciate you. Folks, make sure to tune in to Transmissions Under the Wire and Scotty's Tune-Up. Every now and again, those two will team up and do a show together as well, so that's always good stuff. All right, we're going to keep on rolling here this afternoon. Big thanks to all the folks who are sticking it out with us here live in the Performance Theater. We really appreciate it. We've got a few more artists left, and we've got the next artist coming up is one of the great songwriters of our region. Before I tell you who that is, I want to jump up to Josh and check and see how are we doing on donations, Josh?
Well, we haven't gotten a new donation during that set.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I know. It's horrible, right? But we're doing really well. We're over $1,000 toward our $1,500 match goal, and we only need 2 more Radio Bristol Record Breaker memberships during these last few sets to reach our $1,500 goal. So, yeah,
Two more Radio Bristol Record Breakers. That is our sustaining membership. A big thank you to all the folks who have already contributed. We truly appreciate it. 2 more to fill out our goal for this hour. We're doing matches, and that match is going to be at what?
$1,500 match.
$1,500.
Yeah, we're almost
so help us out.
$1,100 there. So.
And if you are watching on Facebook or you're tuning in over the internet, wherever you might be, make sure to share this post. Let folks know that we're in the middle of our fund drive. It's only a 2-day fund drive. We're not hitting you over the head with too much. We're just asking for a couple of days, and your support really, it counts right now. That's the thing. We don't do fund drives for 2 weeks. We do them for 2 days, so every second counts. So please make a donation at listenradiobristol.org. All right, we're going to keep on rolling. I mentioned we've got a fantastic songwriter here. Not only a songwriter, he's just he tears it up on the guitar. He plays in a bunch of different bands. He fronts his own band, and he is an incredibly prolific songwriter from Bristol who is touring nationally these days all over the place in various groups. And we're pleased to have him. His show on Radio Bristol, I would say, has had one of the biggest impacts for our radio station. For quite some time, we had the idea of having a show that really highlighted local musicians, and it was really important to find the right person to do that program. And JP jumped at the opportunity to do it, and I had no intention of it being as good of a show as it is. It really is. Without JP in that position, it's become one of our staple shows that people really look forward to. And the amount of work that he puts in as a volunteer cannot be understated. It really is incredible, man. So thank you for all your support. Folks, please give a big round of applause to JP Parsons.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, babe, I'm driving down State Street, visiting all their old haunts. Well, the sleigh looks like a ghost in the city, empty parking lot. And over there's the old rock and roll bar. Now it's an antique shop. Across the street, burned out market says the music never stops. And if I had it all again, I'd be the first to ask you on slow dance. And if I had a way to see that you had me at first glance, that I never stood a chance. I never stood a chance to make you fall I never stood a chance at all. So now, babe, I'm gonna drive out to the country, build me a house out of logs. The top of the cornfield looks like pennies for picking in the bright summer sun. When I get back to lonely, I start missing you. Think about all the bad times and hell you put me through. And if I had it all again, I'd be the first to ask you on a slow dance. And if I had a way to see that you had me at first glance, that I never stood a chance. I never stood a chance to make you fall in love again. I never stood a chance to clean up every mess I myself in. When I stop to think about it, yeah, the writing's on the wall. I never stood a chance at all. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wouldn't in no way whatsoever be able to do what I do as much as I do it without Radio Bristol. And the opportunity they afforded me a few years back with the radio station and the show is opened so many doors for me across so many different markets, and just meeting these amazing, professional, wonderful people who've taught me how to be better at what I do and just to be better as a person in general. And when you get a bunch of people together that have the same ideas and they all lift each other up, you are guaranteed to succeed. And that is what Radio Bristol is. Let's see here. We'll try one with the fingers here. This one's a nice little love tune called Keep On Loving You. So tonight I'm gonna paint you a picture. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna buy you a ring. Tonight I'm gonna pull the moon out of the sky. Tonight I'm gonna make the clouds give up their rain. I might pluck it from a tree, hell, I might pull it from the ground. Wrap it up in a big red bow, take it on to town. I might make a few mistakes, but I don't know just what to do. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna keep on loving you. Hell, tonight I'm gonna bring you some pretty flowers. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna make you sing. Tonight I'm gonna pull the stars out of the dark, so I can have the light to see you once again. I might pluck it from a tree, hell, I might pull it from the ground. I'll wrap it up in a big red bow, take it on to town. I might make a few mistakes, but I don't know just what to do. 'Cause tonight Yeah, tonight I'm gonna paint you a picture. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna buy you that ring. Tonight I'm gonna pull the moon out of the sky. Tonight I'm gonna make the clouds give up their rain. I might pluck it from a tree. Hell, I might pull it from the ground. I wrap it up in a big red bow, take it on the town. I might make a few mistakes, but I'll know just what to do. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna keep on loving you. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna keep on loving you. Thank you, Allison. I do appreciate it. So, I first met Chris and came into the radio station. I was actually trying to talk to someone over here because me and another songwriter and instrumentalist and wonderful player, Jamie Collins, we were doing a duet show together, and I was trying to find the radio station to help us do some promo because it was just right downtown here. And we came in and did the session on Chris's show, the Sunnyside Show. And we got done, I went to set my guitar in a case, and he just popped around the corner. He's like, "Do you want to host a radio show?" And I'm like, "I have no idea how to do that." But it is not only provided me a great opportunity to work with lots of artists, but we're actually seeing the impact of what this local community radio station can do, to where on my show, Appalachian Travels, I'll bring guests into the studio to do live sessions, and they'll be playing somewhere in our area that night, and we'll be getting calls from the artist the next day being like, "Hey, we had 50 people show up at our concert last night that never heard of us, and they heard us on the radio." So, wonderful thing to have. But yeah, I get lucky. There are so many people who play music around here, it's wild. I'm never going to run out, seriously. I do a new one here. This is I'm in a ooey gooey love mood today, so just deal with it. And I wanna hold you now under the stars so bright. This whole world don't seem right without you by my side. And I want to take your hand and slip on that wedding band. I got a brand new plan, and I hope you'll understand. 'Cause I'm gonna love you every morning, and I'm gonna love you every day. And if I'm sleeping, I'll always be dreaming, and I'm gonna love you anyway. And I want Take my time, slowly make you mine. There's no hill that I won't climb. I can't get you off my mind. 'Cause I'm gonna love you every morning, and I'm gonna love you every day. And if I'm sleeping, I'll always be dreaming, 'cause I wanna love you anyway. And if I'm sleeping, I'll always be dreaming, 'cause I wanna love you anyway. Thank you all so much.
J.P. Parsons, everybody. One of the good ones, and Appalachian Travels. Make sure to tune into his show every Friday afternoon. His work is astounding. We can't thank him enough for being a part of the Radio Bristol staff and team. Truly appreciated. All right, we're getting close to that time. Winding down here, folks. This is our Radio Bristol DJ Showcase. Started at 2 o'clock, and it's all of our DJs coming together in support of Radio Bristol for the Radio Bristol Fund Drive. Please, if you haven't yet, go to listenradiobristol.org. Make a donation to help keep us on the air. We have not done a fund drive in 2 years, so it's a long time coming for us. As I mentioned, it's a small team putting together an amazing amount of content for all of Bristol and really the whole world. So when you visit Radio Bristol, just remember, this can't go on without your help. So we need your help. Become a sustaining member, Radio Bristol Record Breaker. And again, listenradiobristol.org. Hey, Josh, I'm going to check in with you to see if we've gotten any updates on donations.
Yeah, we did get another Radio Bristol Record Breaker during JP's set. I want to thank John Burgess from Davidson, North Carolina, who came on as a record breaker at $20 a month. Again, $20 a month makes a $480 impact on Radio Bristol, so please consider giving. And John is from Davidson, North Carolina. That takes us all the way to $1,305 towards our $1,500 goal, which means we just need one more sustaining member.
Just one more sustaining member. We're going to probably run about 15 minutes over, so that gives folks 15 minutes to match this. We're gonna keep it going. We need your help. ListenRadioBristol.org. Hey, I also want to mention we've got some DJs hanging out with us all afternoon as well. Tom Netherland of the Country Song Roundup is here. Give him a hand. He's over there. He does a tremendous job. His show is awesome Friday afternoons. And, of course, Lawrence Insco and the Insco Effect. He joins me every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. So make sure to check out their shows while you're at it. And are we getting close here, guys? All right. I've got Brett Davis here. Brett Davis is a big part of the birthplace of country music. And he does a show called Bristol Rhythm that celebrates all the artists who are a part of Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion. Brett, you've done a whole lot of work with the festival. I know that was a main part of your duties for a while, so it made sense to have you as a DJ, kind of spinning that stuff. Talk a little bit about your experience with Bristol Rhythm and how it connects to the birthplace of country music.
Yeah, it's been a real privilege to be a DJ on Radio Bristol. It's never something I thought I would do, but working logistics for Rhythm and Roots for several years and still working on that. It was a unique way for me to still be directly connected to the music because I wasn't really able to do that in the job because you're behind the scenes doing all that. So it's a real nice thing for me to get to continue to do.
Yeah, man. Well, you do an awesome job, and you've got a great band. The boys are here with us. We are excited to have these guys here. Everybody, give a big hand to the boys.
All right. I'm going to do you a song about a really strange fellow we knew back in high school who was working for the railroad. I see your insane eyes staring right through me from the corner of drinking LT. So familiarly, I try not to remember, but I recall right well. I can't help but wonder. You say you're in town for a while. You say you're working on some book. I know you're up to no good. I see it in your eyes, right through your thin disguise. And I know what you mean. You come to finish some things. I hope you know what you sow. You said, well, I was working for the railroad. When the morning comes and your work will be done, but let me guess, your plans fell through, and now they're looking for you, but there's no going back. I see you down the tracks, you're on a run for life.
Something like that. That's Brian Allgood playing the octave mandolin there. That's an original song that he wrote. You got Nate Taylor back there playing the keys, and Mr. Tommy Castile back here on the bass. We are honored to be here at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum today, playing as part of the Radio Bristol Fund Drive. If you're out there listening, what do they say? We need one more Radio Bristol record breaker. Pick up the phone, give us a call, or visit listenradiobristol.org to donate online. All right, we got a couple more for you. We're going to get good and warmed up. We got 2 more songs, and then we're going to stop. All right, we're going to do one of Nate's songs next, I believe.
Can I
today. We're all hardworking members of the community, so right now you're getting the Boys Light.
Trademark.
All the same flavor, just fewer calories. So come out and see us. At that point, you might see Ben Castillo playing the regular mandolin instead of, in addition to the octave mandolin, we'll have Brad Krebs on the drums. So come out and see us sometime. Pick up the phone, call in, support Radio Bristol. It's a beautiful thing here in the community. We got one more.
Sometimes you just can't help but wonder what would have happened if you laid your cards out on the table. Well, they blew off into the wind. There's no going back. There's no going back. I still remember when I met you. You were so young and wild. Even though I'll never forget you, still I know that all the while there's no going back. There's no going back. Every day you keep getting older, getting hard to find the time. While these ashes still smolder, oh, you better get your ass in line, 'cause there's no going back. 'Cause there's no going back. Still I'm picking up the pieces of all those scattered memories. I've tried to piece them back together, but that never puts my mind at ease. 'Cause there's no going back. 'Cause there's no going back. Oh, but there's no going back.
you.
The boys, everybody. We want to thank them for joining us this afternoon. Big thanks to Brett Davis and Bristol Rhythm. And we are winding things down. It's just the dregs are left. I'm going to play a couple songs with Nathan here. And that's about it. We really appreciate everybody hanging around and sticking it out with us. I know we're a few minutes over. Yeah, another hand for the boys, everybody. Hey, Josh, let's check in with you. I do think that we have gotten a few more donations since last we spoke.
Yeah, we did get another donation of $100 from Peggy Matthews in Dungannon, Virginia. She wanted to make that donation in honor of her mother, Elizabeth, which takes us to $1,405. We're just about $100 away from our goal, so we still need one more donation of $100 to get us to our goal, or one more Radio Bristol record breaker.
Pretty darn close. This is
Pretty
down
close.
to the wire, folks, down to the wire.
Don't leave the money on the table. Don't leave it on the table.
Listen, radiobristol.org. Of course, these are all your money is being matched. So this is the time to do it. And we really appreciate all of the support that we've had from our amazing DJs throughout this afternoon. And we are going to finish off here. I've got Nathan Sykes up here with me. Nathan Sykes. Hey, Nathan. Nathan does a fantastic job on his show, the Crooked Road Radio Hour, where he highlights all Southwest Virginia DJs. He also does a whole lot of other stuff. He's one of the important parts of the inner workings of Radio Bristol. He does a whole bunch of things like social media and just helping produce a whole lot of content. So thanks for being here, man. Talk a little bit about Radio Bristol for you, and since you've come on board, what have you gotten out of Radio Bristol?
Well, I think my favorite thing about Radio Bristol is that, you know, the way times are, it seems like everybody wants to put everything in a box. And, you know, you want to break everything down as small as you can make it. But here we try to look at the big picture. And when it comes to playing music and thinking about music and different kinds of arts and stuff, I've always liked to look at everything as being, you know, either good or bad, right? So everything we do here at Radio Bristol, we focus on good roots music. And, you know, if it's bluegrass, old time, whatever, it doesn't matter. It all gets equal attention here. And that's really helped me grow, not only as a musician, but, you know, as a person who's a little more open to new ideas and stuff. So there we go. We got that going.
Well, that's good, because you sure are stubborn, so I'm glad that it's opened you up a little bit. All right, I'm here with Nathan. We're going to mess around on a couple of tunes that we were just messing with earlier this afternoon. We'll see what happens. Again, there's just a few minutes left to make those donations. Listen, radiobristol.org. Become a sustaining member, 66 cents a day to become a sustaining member. That's $20 a month, $240 a year. We'll send you a whole Farm and Fun Time package, stickers, shirts. I shouldn't pluralize that. Sticker, shirt, and CD. All Farm and Fun Time stuff. So listen, Radio Bristol. All right, I'm going to swap mics here. There's going to be some downtime. We're going to start things off with a Mississippi Mudsteppers tune. This one here is called the Jackson Stomp. I'm going to attempt to play the mandolin, which I haven't done in about 6 years. Here we go.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
think I need to go 6 years and not play the mandolin, Chris. That was pretty good.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Dusting it off. All right. Let's see. We'll try a kind of fingerstyle blues song. This is a song that a lot of people have been singing for a long time in various genres. And as Nathan said, we like all genres. And I found this one from Jerry Lee Lewis, who I just think is an absolute genius. Well, his music is. And yeah, separate the man from the music. But his music is absolutely incredible. And this is one that he turned me on to, that I said. Riley Puckett, a whole bunch of folks cut this.
Yeah, Big Bill Brunsey, all sorts of folks.
It's called I Get the Blues When It Rains. 1, 2, 3. Get the blues when it rains. Them be no blues when it rains. Each little drop falling out my window pane, it reminds me of the tears I shed in vain. I sit and wait for the sun to shine down upon me once again. It rained when I found you, it rained when I lost you. That's why I get the blues when it rains. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nathan Sykes, everybody. I get the blues when it rains. Them me no blues when it rains. Each little drop falling on my window pane, it reminds me of the tears I shed in vain. I sit and wait for the sun shine down upon me once again. It rained when I found you, it rained when I lost you. That's why I get the blues when it rains. Come on. Nathan Sykes. All right, we've got one more tune. We want to thank everybody for tuning in this afternoon, everybody for coming out to the theater and joining us. We truly, truly appreciate it. Big thanks to Josh Littleton up there helping out all afternoon. And a big thanks to all the folks tuning in on our Facebook page, on our website, wherever you may be. Thank you for tuning in. Josh, did we happen to hit the mark? Hello,
yes,
Josh?
we did. We did. We did. Want to say thank you to Neil McDowell, who gave a one-time donation of $25. Thank you to Renee Rogers, who gave a one-time donation of $50. And we had $40 in cash anonymously donated at the table outside, taking us all the way up to $1,520. with the match takes us to $3,020 raised during the last
That's
2
it.
hours.
So we hit the mark. Awesome. Thank you so much for all your support, folks. We'll leave you with a nice uplifting tune. This is one that I wrote that should send this wonderful celebration right down into the dumpster. This one here is called Sobbin' the Blues. I'm not one to moan and I'm not one to cry, but ever since I got married, my whole life's gone awry. I've been trying to figure out what I did to deserve such a fate and how one woman could be filled with so much hate. I've been heated, I've been beaten, I've been badly mistreated, I've been called so many things that should better be repeated. I've been croaked at and poked at, it's a wonder I'm still breathing. Surprised it lasted 3 weeks before I set to leaving. I'm sobbing the blues. Now life for me, it wasn't always so mean and rough. I used to smile and laugh and think about happy stuff like sunshine and bunnies, hitting the lottery and winning money, and saying things like, bye, I'm going fishing, honey. But with those days gone, I went to see my friend Bill. He's been married about 20 years, happily if you will. I said, Bill, you've been married quite a long time. Tell me, man, how do you maintain your peace of mind? Well, he looked at me mean and he looked at me cruel. He said, 20 straight years I've been sobbing the blues. Now you kids listen close, a word of advice before you set out the door. Get yourself a loving wife. Think for a moment, maybe think twice, maybe get a background check. How about 5? In the end, it's up to you what you do with your life. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to help you decide. And if you don't listen, there ain't nothing I can do. Soon you'll be like me, you'll just be sobbing the blues. Thank you, folks. A big thanks to all the DJs who participated this afternoon. I don't have the list in front of me, so I'm not going to even try. But we're going to hand it off to Bailey George, who is upstairs, and he's going to finish off his show, the Honky Tonk Hit Parade. Bailey, take it away, buddy. Thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out. Really appreciate it.
Hear that theme song. Howdy, everybody everywhere. It's your old pal Bob and Bailey George here, and we're getting underway on our Honky Tonk Hit Parade for today. It's a very special day. We're getting our fun drive
underway. Of course, if you were just listening in, you could hear them downstairs in the big theater at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum having a good time, and we're raising funds today to keep us on the air. And hey, who wouldn't want to keep this on the air? Here's Joe Carson in Forbidden Wine.
Tender lips so close to mine, if I kiss them will I find that trouble waits for those who taste forbidden wine. Should I take them for myself, or should I think of someone else whose heart would break if I should taste forbidden wine? The promise